Americans to buy American-made versus Chinese goods. Let's get to Michael Pillsbury of the Heritage Foundation. He's the Senior Fellow for China Strategy and a Fox News contributor. So glad you're here. Actually, you're in Washington, so yes. I hope you're telling me you had like the Dixie cup and the string to the Oval Office. But you've been such a valued advisor to the president on all things China. I got to ask you right off the bat, which country do you think will get hit hardest by the tariffs announced in 29 minutes?
Well, there are different ways of kind of measuring who's going to get hit the hardest, Liz. I think in the case of China, they've got a problem that they did not fulfill the trade agreement that they signed in the big ceremony I think you were at in January 2020. The president had an executive order to look into exactly how did they not fulfill or not honor that agreement. I've been told it's quite large. They didn't buy anywhere near the 200 billion extra purchases they were supposed to make, partly, as you mentioned, of American soybeans. So that's a problem. The violation of a number of other promises is a problem. The good news is President Trump, I think quite sincerely, keeps saying that Xi Jinping is my friend. And that's because they've had 5 summits in person, sometimes 3 hours at a time. They exchanged letters all the time. They used to average a phone call every other month. So President Trump's got a lot of knowledge of Xi Jinping, and that's reciprocal. The Chinese side often praises President Trump as being brilliant, knowing what he's doing, being very tough. But now in 30 minutes, Liz, we're coming to the showdown at OK Corral, where the Chinese response could be quite harsh. They could go quite far in responding, and now they're leaking, as of about 12 hours ago, that they're bringing Japan and South Korea with them. There's some kind of a joint response. That'd be a nightmare if it's true. I hope it's not true.
Well, okay, a couple of things here. The president calls Xi his friend. A friend deceiveth me once, shame on him. If twice, shame on me. If Xi did not come through with buying what he promised he would buy, I can completely understand what the president is doing here. And in the end, it feels like he's very much intent on rewiring the entire trade landscape to make it fairer. We get that. But you just said they could be very harsh on us. In what form would that take, if you had to guess?
They could raise tariffs on some key sales we make to China, number one. Number two, they could go to other areas. They're already having daily military exercises around Taiwan, 10 to 20 ships. 10 to 20 bombers, calling the president of Taiwan yesterday a kind of a green parasite caterpillar. So they could escalate on the Taiwan front. They are dangling out the idea that they might help us with the Ukraine peace plan. There's actually a Chinese peace plan over the past year.